Do you know where your audience is on their journey with your brand? Hey there, I'm Abby Herman with Right Solutions, and I want to talk to you today about your audience's journey within your brand and how your content that you're creating for them is actually hitting multiple different audiences in different places on their journey. In the description of this video, I have a link to a client journey map, and that map looks like this. It outlines how your content impacts different people on different places on their journey with your brand. Audience members first start to get to know you, and that's called brand awareness. Different types of content speak to those audience members at the beginning of their journey with you. And then your eventual clients continue on this journey from brand awareness to educating and informing them to the audience members making the decision to buy and to become one of your customers. And then you need to continue creating content for them as they stay with you as your client and customer, and then you are retaining them as your client, and so on. So there's a true process and a true journey that your audience goes through. When you create a blog for your audience, that blog is targeting people in their brand awareness stage of their journey with your brand. And it's also targeting people who are currently your customers and who you want to retain and keep as your customers. Same thing goes with your nurturing emails. So your nurturing emails start to target the people in their second stage with you, which is the education and inform. So they're already aware of you and they have decided to learn more from you, and they do that by opting into something, by giving you their email address, by attending something that you put on. And so you're able to target that person in the education and inform stage 2, but you're also using those same nurturing emails to convince people to purchase from you in the next stage of their journey with your brand. So one piece of content is going to target multiple audience members. So I know that you hear a lot of content gurus talking about targeting just one person and thinking about just one person when you are creating content. And while that is true because it helps you to target one message, you also need to know that multiple people in different stages of their journey with your brand will be consuming that content. So you might be asking yourself, well, why do I care? Why is this even important? Does it matter? How do I target different people when I'm also supposed to be just targeting one person? So let me tell you, when you're creating a piece of content, yes, you need to focus on that one person that you are looking to target with that piece of content. So if you are creating a blog post, that is a great place to build brand awareness. So think about the people who are in the beginning stages of just getting to know your brand when you're creating your blog posts or guest blogs on other people's websites. When you are developing a webinar or a masterclass, you need to think about a totally different audience member. And that audience member is the person who already has a relationship with you by following you and by engaging in your content. And maybe they are making that decision to buy something of yours. Maybe the webinar is part of your sales funnel and it's part of your launch strategy. So you are creating something for someone who already knows you and who is almost ready to buy. But using those two examples, you also need to remember that people who don't know much about you will also be attending that webinar. People who have been following you for some time will also be reading your blog post. Think about how the content that you're presenting can engage both of these different audience members. And the best way to do that is through story. Stories are a great way to interact with your audience no matter what type of content that you're creating. If you can include a personal story within your content or add in another example for your audience members, you can give valuable information to more than one audience member on different stages of their journey with your brand. So as you are outlining that content, as you are creating it, think about the different people who will be looking at the content and consuming it and how you can reach them as well. You still need to think about that one person and that one stage on their journey with your audience, but you can also pull in a couple other pieces here and there and that personal story or that additional example to target multiple people. After you have created the content, think about how you can repurpose that content for different stages in the journey with your brand. For example, I have multiple blog posts and videos about content strategy, and I use those as an introduction to my content strategy one-on-one program that I do with clients. So when they sign on for a content strategy package, I give them that series of blog posts all in one place so that they can read them and become more informed before our first call together. Now, those blog posts and those videos were created for people who are much earlier in their journey with my brand, but they are also valuable for people who have purchased with me and who have become my one-on-one clients. Repurposing this content is a great way to give added value to my one-on-one clients without having to create a ton of additional content for them. So even though it was meant for someone at an earlier stage in their journey with my brand, it still serves the same purpose and helps to educate and inform my current clients. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I am including a link to my client journey map in the description of this video. So be sure to click on that link and grab your journey map so that you can create content for audience members at all stages of their journey with your business. If you like the information that I included here, be sure to give me a thumbs up and drop any comments or questions you have in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.